Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor and Spotify and Pocket Cast and Breaker and Stitcher. And check us out on Pocket Chaser at Rec League Podcast on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 47 available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link on my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Mank. I guess it came out in a few theaters, but it's on Netflix as of yesterday, December 4th. It stars Gary Oldman, Amanda Seyfried, Lily Collins, Charles Dance, Tom Pelphrey, and like the cast is actually huge. And it is directed by David Fincher, who technically, even though he doesn't claim it, directed Alien 3, but he also directed Seven, The Game, Fight Club, Panic Room, Zodiac, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, the girl with the dragon tattoo with Daniel Craig and Rooney Mara. He directed The Social Network. Fuck, I said them out of order. Gone Girl, and that's his most recent movie, man. I don't know. My next review might not be for 2 or 3 weeks, so I don't think I'm gonna do a shout out right now. Mank is the story of Herman Mankiewicz, man. 1930s Hollywood. He's a screenwriter. He writes scripts. He's a behind the scenes wizard in the movies, and he is an alcoholic, a gambling addict. He speaks his mind, burns a lot of bridges, and ultimately, by the end of the movie, is a success. Tarantino, Scorsese, Nolan, Fincher might be the next director for me. It's like Fincher or Denis Villeneuve are like my fourth favorite director. So with that alone, I was excited for this movie. I kind of saw a trailer like last night, but I didn't watch the early trailers or none of the advertisements. Like I knew it was coming, and this is the most non-David Fincher movie that David Fincher's ever made. I mean, like I didn't mind, but if you can't watch a movie that's in black and white, then this isn't for you. This whole movie is in black and white, and like that also adds that adds to the tone. Movies weren't in color until like The Wizard of Oz, and that was 1939. And then there's like cigarette burns and like little details that help set the tone. Like the tone was dope. Tonally, this movie was dope. It's well acted. Gary Oldman kills it as far as performance. Amanda Seyfried is like the Marilyn Monroe of this time, and she kills it. Lily Collins like helps him type out his ideas. So, and not necessarily housekeeper, but she's there. Like Tom Pelphrey, who was in Iron Fist, who was in Ozark this past season, plays his brother. And I noticed him in one scene. Charles Dance is a filmmaker, and there's like they cut back to flashbacks and then they go to present time, and like it's well made for sure. It's well made. It's well directed. I wasn't hooked by the story, and that's my letdown, that I just couldn't get sucked into this world. I mean, real fast review, like David Fincher doesn't make bad movies. Whatever your least favorite David Fincher movie is, like I think personally he doesn't claim Alien 3, so like The Game is my least favorite David Fincher movie. And that's right now. Like I could rewatch his movies in 2 years, and The Game could be like 2-3 spots higher. But The Game is still dope. And like I thought The Game was like super average until the end. Like some stuff happens at the end, and I thought that was phenomenal. But this was like a passion project. If I understand the history behind this movie, his dad wrote this movie in the 90s, like around the time he wanted to make it after The Game. And I don't know, that turned into Fight Club, that turned into Panic Room. His dad passed away, and now he made it now. So his dad wrote it. He wanted to make it to get his dad's script out there, and that's why I wanted to love this movie, and I just didn't. I'm sorry. Like, I hate when I want to love something. I go in wanting to really like adore a movie that I'm anticipating, like The Midnight Sky, like George Clooney, astronauts. Like, I'm hyped. In a couple weeks I'm gonna review that, and um, I don't know. I just could not get pulled into this world like I wanted to. But it's cinematography, score. He worked with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross again. They've done like all his movies for the past 10 years. And not, that's only like 4 movies, but still. I wanted to love it. It's got all the elements of a great David Fincher movie, and I just didn't get there. So with all that being said, man, in my opinion, I will say that Mank is solid. I wanted it to be one of my favorites of the whole year. It's just not within. I think for the rest of the year, I want to watch and review The Midnight Sky. Like I said, George Clooney, astronauts. It's got the recipe. It's got the ingredients for me to love it. Um, I'm gonna check out Soul on Disney Plus Christmas Day. I'm gonna check out Wonder Woman 1984 on HBO Max Christmas Day. But I'm gonna still check it out in the theater. Like, if it's in the theater and it's on Max, if Soul didn't come out the same day, I would go see Wonder Woman in the theater. So I'm still pro theater. And then I know, check out my letterbox, man, because I know in my review of The Croods, I said I was gonna review Run. I didn't. I said I was gonna review Super Intelligence. I didn't. So I'm gonna make it my vow in December to review every new movie that I see. Um, Plus, like 2 of the last 3 I want to see this year was on my most anticipated video. So I owe you guys. I owe the channel. It's 2020, man. 2020's hit us all. Like, I'm trying to regain my motivation to review. But Reckley Podcast episode 47 is live. Check that out. Um, we chop it up about current events in movies. We chop it up about, well, I chop it up over the NBA already coming back, and I interview my dog Nappy New. If you in Indianapolis, if you into the Indianapolis hip hop scene, man, check that out. Um, like I said, I got a recent review for The Croods, A New Age, a recent review for Freaky with Catherine Newton and Vince Vaughn, and again, before the end of the year, I hope to review. I'm going to try my best to review The Midnight Sky, review Wonder Woman 1984, review Soul, and get my end of the year stuff out, man. 2020 sucks, but there's still 10 movies that I can say were my favorites of the year. I can do my most anticipated tentatively for 2021, and if God allows it, I will get a Blu-ray collection update out around the same time, man. So like, subscribe, comment, find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.